Mr. David, as you already know, you will have some side effects after chemotherapy. No, Mr. Peter, your condition cannot be reversed. Miss Susan, since your mother has been diagnosed with dementia, gradually she will lose her memory. Is this the right way to talk to your patient? Are these the right ways to convey an upsetting message to your patient or bystander? Hi everyone, this is Richa Caroline, an OET trainer from IILT. Most of the candidates find it very difficult to find the right wordings to convey an upsetting message to the bystander or the patient. So don't worry about it again, because in this video, we'll be discussing 3 key elements that you have to keep in mind when you are delivering a negative message or an upsetting message to your patient or bystander. Let's get started. The first thing you need to keep in mind while you're conveying an upsetting message is to mind your voice modulation. It is very important that you have a good intonation there, because whatever you're conveying to the patient, we know it's a very upsetting news, so you have to make sure it is very polite, humble and sensitive, because you are dealing with a sensitive message there. So you have to make sure that you are very emotionally supportive. Let's look into an example. If you're talking to a cancer patient and if he inquires about the side effects, how can you do that? You can say, Mr. David, as you already know, you might experience some side effects, but don't worry, we are all there to help you. You see the difference there? So you might have watched the first example I said in the beginning of this video. It was very rude and blunt. But here I tried to be very sensitive and I supported him emotionally there. So I told him, although you might experience some side effects, don't worry, we are there for you. Second thing you have to keep in mind while you are doing this is to avoid negative language. So please make sure that nowhere in your entire role play comes any sort of negativity. The patient should not feel like hopeless, or the patient should not feel like there is no life left for them. You should give an idea that they can definitely come back to their normal lifestyle. So it totally relies on all the sentences that you are saying and how you deliver it. So make sure that whatever sentence you are saying is optimistic, very clear, structured, as well as it should be emotionally supportive. Let's look into an example here. So imagine we are talking to Mr. David, who has a specific condition, and unfortunately we cannot reverse the condition. So how will you say that? You can say like this. Unfortunately, Mr. David, your condition cannot be reversed. But don't worry, we can provide you with the right amount of treatment and medication to delay the progress as well as to subside the intensity of your symptoms. See, this is how you can avoid the negativity there. So here I'm not saying any happy news. Mr. David knows that we cannot reverse it, but I'm trying to give a hope there. That's how you can make a negative thing into a positive thing. The third and the final thing you have to keep in mind while you are delivering a negative message to the patient or bystander is to use specific words. So I have 3 specific words you can use there. First one, regrettably. Second one, unfortunately. Third one is a phrase like, I'm afraid. So let's see some examples how you can use these. So the first example with the word regrettably. Mr. David, regrettably, your condition cannot be reversed. See, that's how we can use that word when you're trying to say something upsetting, but you have to convey it anyhow so that you can use this word. The second one is unfortunately. So you can say, Mr. Peter, unfortunately, you might experience some symptoms, but don't worry, we are there to help you. Again, the same way, right? The next one is I'm afraid. So let's see an example how you can use this particular usage. Miss Susan, I'm afraid since your mother has been diagnosed with dementia, slowly by slowly she will lose her memory. But with your emotional support and the proper treatment, we can help her. So these are how effectively you can convey upsetting or bad news to the patient and bystander.
IILT, it's my cup of tea.